Hi, welcome back to Hollywood Live. I'm Jack Canfield, and my next guest is Troy West, the president of Lifestyle Financial Planning. Troy, welcome to the show. Really glad to have you here.
My pleasure, Jack. Thanks for having me.
You're talking about some wonderful things about lifestyle planning and retirement and all this. So just tell us a little bit about you and about your company.
Yeah, well, a little bit about myself. First of all, again, thanks for having me. I feel like I should be asking you questions since everyone knows Jack Canfield and your message is out there. But
well, my job is to get everyone to know Troy West. So.
Okay. So yeah, Troy West, I think I'm kind of a reflection of friends, family, colleagues, mentors. Kind of have two sides of my personality, I guess. One side I'm kind of in my own world, and the other side is really wanting to experience a lot of memories and experiences with friends and family. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of how lifestyle financial planning evolved. What we really focus on is the root of the challenge a lot of Americans are facing. 99 out of 100 people statistically are not living a better lifestyle at age 65. And that's always not rung well for me, especially coming from the financial industry. Why would I sell something or follow a concept that statistically is not working for a lot of people? Long story short, around 2008 when the economy was collapsing, just graduated college, there was other philosophies that I saw working more catered to the lifestyle I wanted to have. A lot of personal development types of coaches I talked to, and they were really living the kind of lifestyle I wanted to have. And so we really took it to the next level to figure out why retirement wasn't working. Mm-hmm. And we really discovered that it's really about a brand, that the government, large companies, financial institutions really branded this concept to where they could maximize profit off of most Americans until age 65 or so, where we're no longer needed. And so we came up with the Lifestyle Secret as an alternative solution that aligns time, money, and passion so people can live the life that they want today. A lot of people are kind of in this mindset that life is a have to mm-hmm. and not that get to. Mm-hmm. And that's really that we really strive for. It's really exciting to be sharing experiences not only with the people we work with, but our clients, and seeing how they're going from this thought process that, man, it could be another 30 years before I get to do what I really want to do, and now I can really live the lifestyle I want to today. And so that's what we aim to really help people with.
So what drove you into this business? I mean, you went to school, you graduate. What's the story between graduating from college and then starting lifestyle financial planning?
Yeah, I would say the story in a nutshell is at college I was going through a medical condition and saw foreclosures taking place. It was just prior to 2008, right? Mm-hmm. It didn't make sense for me to see what was going on and sell retirement. At the time, large companies were trying to recruit me, but it had to evolve into something different. And there were some limitations to the lifestyle I really wanted to have, traveling the world and providing in a way that I felt like was to the core of me. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel like you should have to be in the right position to really make it the way you wanted it to, that you could really control your time, your money, and your passion, and do it in an alternative manner. And that's really what got me into, I guess we call it lifestyle planning, or being a lifestyle entrepreneur.
So when you look at the financial planning industry and you look at what you do, it sounds like what you do is a little different. Can you describe that a little differently?
Yeah, we're really kind of an alternative to retirement. Mm-hmm. And it's not, don't get me wrong, we're not trying to say retirement is bad per se. We're just saying that the way it's sold usually has the institutions coming first, then the client second. And what we're really doing is we're getting under the weeds of how this concept was branded of retirement, how our tax codes were written, how large companies really keep us on this economic timeline until we get to retirement. Financial institutions, how they kind of lock up our money to where we can't touch it until we're at a certain age versus really utilizing it for what we want today. And that's really what we're doing, is putting together lifestyle plans that align time, money, and passion, really starting with that financial stability so people feel like they're in control of just even their decision making, that they really have options, aligning that time, money, and passion, and then optimizing what it really is they want to do.
So if I was a potential client of yours, I'm sitting here and you're going to enroll me in using your services, what would you tell me?
I would tell you, you're probably doing a great job already. But taking that great attitude of putting yourself first and what it is that you really want, and then everything else, the money part, we align. But it's really getting people to ask themselves what they really want. For instance, people will say, my goal is to get out of debt. My follow-up question is, okay, well, if you're out of debt and you have an extra $20,000, $50,000, or you had all the time that you wanted, what would you do with it? And I think that's the biggest challenge most Americans are facing, is really believing that there's an empowerment that they have already, just asking themselves the right questions. And then knowing that they have support behind them to then bring in solutions that align to what they want, not the other way around.
Yeah. I find that in my own work that most people aren't really clear about what they want, and if they were, they don't believe they can have it. And so you're helping people really realize there is a way to get there, and a financial plan that can help them start living the life they want now instead of waiting until retirement. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, very good. So if you were sitting here, you're not that old yet, but if you were sitting here looking at you that just got out of college, what advice would you give that you in order to be successful as an entrepreneur? Because I know you've been very successful at what you're doing. What advice would you give that young person? Because those people are watching this who are not where you are right now. That would be helpful to them to receive that advice. What would you say to you?
Well, first thing, there's always something to learn. That's part of lifestyles. It's a progress, not a destination. But I think it's really aligning time, money, and passion, getting back to that concept that you got to have a plan, but integrate all three of those. So you may have to start with one particular area more than the other, but it's keeping the whole lifestyle you want to have in mind and working with that plan. A lot of challenges people end up getting into is that it's so much about one particular aspect, usually the money, that they get trapped into what they really want to have. And my thing is that if we understand that there's limitations, the biggest thing I probably learned out of college is that I'm limited based on what I know, because I don't know what I don't know. I'm limited to the resources I have and my habits. And so if you have a plan that integrates resources to align time, money, and passion, you'll find yourself in a much better possibility to achieve what you really want to have.
That's great. So if someone wants to get a hold of you, which I recommend people do, because I think what you're providing people is so needed right now, where do they go? How do they contact you?
Best place is just go straight to Lifestyle FP, as in lifestylefinancialplanning.com. Right now, we do have some extra tools that we're just giving complimentary, and working with our team just to really get that financial stability in place.
Very good. So if you'd like to break out of your retirement myth and learn the lifestyle secret that Troy is teaching, I really encourage you to go to his website. He's offering a really important service. So Troy, I wish we had more time. Unfortunately, we don't. Thank you for joining me today. And for you, stay tuned. We'll be right back after this message.